Testify and Bomba was huge for me in a lot of ways because it was the first time I was writing a short story and I really didn't know what I was doing. So for me to submit it to Bellevue Literary Journal, for it to be selected and as an honorable mention and then go on to be awarded a Pushcart Prize meant that it was the beginning of my literary journey. It was really the beginning of my career. And also the story is very much tied to my own life, my personal life. At the time when I wrote the story, my husband was diagnosed with cancer, bladder cancer, and he had to, we had to do a lot of medical appointments, and I was always his advocate. So I was always really the one person who was like just making sure everything was taken care of. To me, my way of coping with this was writing this short story and finding a way of dealing with the coldness or the bureaucracy of sometimes these really huge medical institutions, and finding a way of how do I go in there. It always felt like I was entering into like a war zone of like being prepared as much as possible. And so this character that I wrote wears a red dress that, is her way of coping, of her armor of dealing with like kind of the coldness of these institutions. And writing as healings, it's as my way of healing. It's truly the only way I could deal with most things is through writing, through fiction, creating characters so I don't have to like just really kind of drown in anger or rage or sorrow. I could find a way of coping in very different, differently through these characters who might, handle it differently or or give me more courage. I've written about Hurricane Maria, how it affected Puerto Rico. I've written about depression, my own depression, but I do it all through these characters, through these fictional characters. And with this particular story, which was really a great way for me to write this kind of like really like horrible sense of like I'm not being able to control anything, I used the form of bomba, and bomba is a Puerto Rican traditional dance and music. And there's a very specific form of doing the dance. You greet the conga player, and then the conga player, it becomes a dance between the dancer and the conga player. And as the conga player is drumming away with your dance, it becomes like a crescendo, and it goes faster and faster. And it really is kind of like there's a word that says despojo. It's like a release, you're releasing. And I really wanted that kind of like structure when I was writing this character. So it does have a feel of like she is dancing with this institution, with this doctor, with this, with whatever, with her husband, whatever these kind of obstacles, and she's finding a way of communicating. And so I'll just read a little snippet of it, and I'll start with the saludo, which is the greeting. Your stomping heels will arrive first at the doctor's office. You'll immediately go up to the glass window, the one that resembles the bodega back in the day when you would pay $1 for a Lucy in the middle of the night. The receptionist will smile and say, "Good morning." You will not smile. You will say good morning and let her know why you're there, why you're both there. You'll say it all angry because that's how you feel, like everyone is at fault all the time, even the person that held the elevator door for you seconds ago. You'll say thank you, but the thank you will sound more like a fuck you. You'll fill out the papers while your boo grabs the Sports Illustrated magazine. You'll fill out the medical history, you have it memorized, but you pull out your iPhone and pretend to look up the information like an executive assistant. You'll have insurance. If you don't have insurance, you're not wearing red, you're not waiting for an appointment, you and your man are fucked. But you'll have insurance, and when you get to that part where they'll ask you who is the emergency contact person, you'll feel good knowing that your name goes in that slot. Your number goes in there, and you'll feel secure because this is your weapon of choice. You are the one for emergencies. There's the waiting game, and you hate playing the game, but you know the rules already. You give them a few minutes, maybe more, but usually less. Then you'll get up and ask them when they're going to call you. It doesn't matter that there are others waiting. It doesn't matter that the old man with Alzheimer's is still at the window trying to figure out how to get back home. It doesn't matter. You'll approach the window and demand to know a specific time, right down to the second. And your man will shift his bony ass uncomfortably in the sunken leather brown sofa, but he won't tell you to stop. And then you'll call his name. You'll grab everything and rush out the door because you don't want them to change their mind and call the Alzheimer guy. No, viejo, you want to tell them, this is mine. You walk so closely to the nurse who's leading to the office and you almost trip her. You're doing this on purpose. You want to watch her fall to create a distraction, an obstacle you can use to climb over and show your man that whatever comes your way, you know what to do. But he's only looking at the nurse's tight ass. And you'll make a mental note to start working out again. You'll squeeze your butt and keep it squeezed. When you're led to the doctor's office, you'll glare at all of the diplomas. If he got his degree from some city college, you'll look at him like your cousin who got his degree at the Drive Institute. If the doctor got his degree at any of the Ivy League schools, you will still look at him like he's your cousin, but you'll do so only for a second. If the doctor is older than your own father, you'll listen to him respectfully, taking down notes while he speaks, nodding when the moment is right. If he's younger than you, you'll listen to him, but know that you'll get a second opinion because no first out of my damn job doctor is gonna know what he's doing. Hell no. The doctor will have graduated from Columbia University. You'll shake the doctor's hand firmly and will look carefully at your man to make sure he does the same. When you feel that your man's handshake was too weak, ended too quickly, you'll be embarrassed by him and wish he had worn the suit. The suit would have given him the allure of power, but now he looks like a punk. You'll notice that his baseball hat is almost covering his eyes, and you'll fight the urge to slap it off his face.